Hello? Hey, everybody. Forgot that countdown never quite gets to zero. Hey, James. Hey, Monica. Hey, Pips. How's it going? Welcome to Planta Nubo. We're going to be doing some farming on treetops, which is where you'd always want to do farming, isn't it? And we're going to be doing it solo. Unless I've missed it, unless it's just not uploaded to Bug and Geek or coming up in the search results. I couldn't find a solo playthrough of this. I was surprised. But I suppose, to balance that out, this game so far has only come out in German. It came out at Essen last year. And I think it's just been announced that Devere is going to publish this in America. So from that, presumably, it will be more widespread. But I've got my hands on a second-hand copy. I played it. I'm going to play it for you now. I'm going to have a go at the solo because Rach and I have been playing two-player. And we'll see how I'm against the easy bot because I want to feel good about my farming skills. Hey, Michael. He's coming through okay? Brilliant. Well, I was, actually. I ran out of time in the countdown. I was checking up on the bot and seeing if I could turn the bot off and on again because he wasn't working, was he? Oh, our terms of service have changed. Okay. I would not like promotional offers. Show me that bot. Where is he? Inactive? Why are you inactive? Okay, bot's inactivated himself. If I press that, he should be on. Nope. Okay, if you tell the bot things, he should tell you things. Hopefully now. I don't know why it keeps turning itself off. He should be here to serve us, right? Yes, let's plant many Nubos. That's basically it. It's a race to 12 Nubos. Whoever can do that first will win the tree. Marty is perched comfortably downstairs and is not up for being up here. Even if I've made him a nice little bed behind the door where he used to sleep. Not bothered. He's not bothered about his special chair. Not bothered about his little blanket behind the door. And it's going to get roasting in here soon. It's been quite nice. I've been really enjoying the colder June weather. But it's going to get roasting in here at some point, isn't it? And then we're not going to see him at all. He'll come back at some point. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? I'm using your player aid, aren't I? Your player aid for the solo. Thank you for that. I've got it on the screen as well. But it came in the copy that I bought. Right, so shall we get started then? Oh, I should say, you can support the channel on Patreon or Ko-fi. There are links in the description. The bot, prompted by James, thanks James, has written the links in the chat. I would really appreciate any support you could give the channel. It is how I'm able to be here right now doing this thing. It's how I built Planta Nubo. I thought you might like to see it. Because I haven't even said in case you're unfamiliar with this farming extravaganza, the designers of it are Mike and Odie, who are the duo behind things like La Granja and El Burro, which I would really like to play. That's like a sequel, right? To La Granja. So Mike and Odie plus Uwe Rosenberg, the king of Euros, the king of farming Euros. So what a collaboration of heavy hitters. Hey Rohit, how's it going? And it is definitely a meaty Euro with plenty of tough decisions. I suspect, like, even tougher for the actions at higher player counts, but it's still pretty tense, even at just 2 people. So this little player aid will tell us all we need to know. Will this button take me to the right angle? It will. Great. I'm trying my buttons in a different place. It's a little bit unfamiliar. So what we are going to do in this game is try and fill up our farming area, which should be up here. There it is. It starts out fairly empty. We've got a few patches of soil that have got some flowers growing on it because basically the world's gone wrong and we're living in these treetops while the earth has perished because people weren't listening about recycling and that. So we now need to try and grow flowers and eventually forests in these treetops to try and oxygenate the world. The most oxygen produced wins over the course of 4 rounds. So at the beginning, we've just got a few patches of soil planted here, and eventually we want them to be lush forests that will be worth more and more points. So, yeah, in a round of this game, we are going to be taking it in turns playing our tools here. We've got 4 tools, and we are going to be popping them. Okay, that's just the same angle. I don't know why I've set that up like that. Here we go. We're going to be popping them here. We have these blueprints available, and the grid is bigger at a higher player count. We have flower beds where we can get patches of differently coloured flowers in our areas, in our arbours, on our trees. And on your turn, you're going to be placing one of these tools in between some tiles. So it's got to be adjacent to at least a blueprint tile. And the tricky thing is, as soon as a tool is next to a blueprint, that colour of tool can't be touching that blueprint at all. Even if you really want to do this thing, like you get to choose one of the things that you're adjacent to, even if really I want to do this action, well, tough luck. That colour of tool is already next to this action, so you've got to put it somewhere else. If you can't, or you just haven't got a different colour of tool, that's just tough luck. You just can't do that thing. You've got to come up with a different plan. So there's some kind of puzzling in the way you're going to choose your actions. You can also, once per round, if you've got the bot points to put your bot gardener to work, you can do both of the things that are adjacent to the tool you've placed down. So it'll be placing tools and doing things 3 times, but then we've got these helpers here that are randomly placed at the beginning of each round. And the tool you've got left, so you'll have placed 3 of them, and you will have 1 tool remaining at the end of the round. The tool you've got left will go underneath one of these helpers, and you'll get the special bonus from that helper. Helpers that don't get picked get a bit more valuable. Everyone that does get picked gets replaced. Then we get to do some bonus stuff. Then we get to plant some forests and get some income. Do that 4 times. Most points wins, basically. It's a quick rundown of how things are going to go here. We've got boulders in the way of planting things. We've got this energy die that's going to spin around and activate things. It's all going to be great. So we are the first player. So that means decisions before the bot gets in the way here. And so some things that might early on be helping you make your decisions. We have got these randomly determined arbor level tiles here. You can spend actions in the game to advance and get powerful bonuses and end of round income in points. Anytime you see this blue bubble with a number in it, that's oxygen, that's points. We're trying to produce oxygen in this game. So you can take an arbor action to up your arbor level if you've satisfied the requirements here. So you want to, for my particular configuration, it's worked out fairly well for me on the top, I think, there. So this one is have 5 soil. We do start the game with 3 of them, so not a big stretch to get 2 more of them. It is just the first level. Then we want to have, oh, you're going to forget the word, isn't it? You want to have things planted in 2 or 4 cupreous pipes. There's a word I wasn't familiar with before. You want to have things planted basically in these little divots here, which at the start of the game, so all the dark coloured bits are where I can plant things. If I want to plant in the light coloured spaces, I got to remove the boulder to gain access to all of this stuff in the corner. This is probably the corner I want because you'll see how stuff activates. I probably want this die going around here. So yeah, what are you going to do then? I have got a couple of things as well from setup. We've got a couple of starting cards. We've got cards that can be activated by standby tokens here. When these are triggered, you take a token off them. So they've got to have a token on to be able to activate them here. And that'll give me a special bonus. I can spend a bot charge to get a personal delivery, basically, that I can deliver to every round. And we've got these other ones here that get batteries on them. Now, these are triggered by certain things, so you'll find out how we do it later. But whenever my dice number goes up, for every battery I've got here, I get a bat charge, a bot charge. Bat charge is for the inevitable Batman retheme of this. So as I go through the game, I will plant more and more batteries on this, and it will get more and more powerful as we go along. And we might get more of both of those things. There are also endgame scoring cards we can attach to this. But that's for later on. So I want to get some more soil down. Maybe that's something to think about early on. I've started out with a few flowers. Maybe I want to go out and get them delivered to places. But I think I would like to think about planting things in these pipes. And so I would like that boulder gone. Now, sometimes there's a helper at the end of the round that can help you get rid of a boulder. There isn't one here, but there is an action that lets us get rid of a boulder. So I'm kind of thinking about that. It also lets us do a choice of things. So I'm probably going to go for that. Which one would I like? So if we're going to try and concentrate on arbor level, maybe I want to save my green for the end and try and activate that helper and use these others. Doesn't really matter to me which I use in the round, because at the moment the whole grid's free for me. So you can place next to these blueprints for different actions that they do, and flower beds to get the puzzle shape that's on top. So it's confusing me now having the buttons in a different place. If I want to go to this action, let's just pop it here, and we will get to remove a boulder, and then we either get to activate one of our standby things. So you've seen my standby thing. We also get the chance to do that later in the turn. So I'm not going to do it there, because I've only got one to activate, and I'm going to get to do it later anyway. So I might as well wait. Otherwise, I can flip these. You've forgotten the name of them. These connection markers here. So whenever we plug something in to our arbitrary here, we get these little markers. These are kind of extra steps our die has to run around to do its laps of the board and gain us lovely things. But if you flip them over, it's not going to work having the buttons here, is it? Keep them where you put them. I decided, I think 40 seconds before the stream began, that, hey, maybe you should try the buttons in a different place. Nah, I don't like it. So when they're flipped over, they show a little oxygen symbol. Whenever the die goes onto those spaces, I'm going to get a point now. It's going to be great. We'll see it moving around later, I hope. And the boulder I would like to remove, I think, is this one. Yeah, because if we can get things in these pipes, it will be beneficial for us when the die spins round and goes over these spaces. So that's the one I'm going to go for. And we could get two things planted, which is our middle level goal, quite early on. Probably want to get some soil down later. But there's more. For removing a boulder, we can choose one of these bonuses. So I can get a bot charge. Bot charge is useful for certain things, like my special ability that I want to trigger is going to cost me my only bot charge. There's a great ability on the tree board that I want to activate. If I want to do two actions in one turn, one of my goes, which really I feel like you want to all the time, I'm going to want more bot charges. So I'm tempted towards that. 2 is green energy. We'll produce these from deliveries a lot, but also from other things as well. And whenever you get that green energy, you are going to move your die clockwise to the next green space. So you see at the moment, there are loads of gaps you can skip around. As you plug more things in, more things will get activated and accumulate tokens and things, but it will take your die longer to go around. But maybe you flipped them all over and they're all worth points, so that's a good thing. So yeah, if I was to go for 2 of those, I would move this die 2 spaces. I would get a point for landing on this space because I've flipped that tile now, but also it's connected to something with a standby token. That's how you get new standby tokens on it. Whenever the die goes over that space, it'll put a new one on. Whenever I activate the card, it will take one off. So I could go for that, or I could go for soil, which tempts me as well. I want to have 5 soil out, don't I? I can either, so this has got the plus or the arrow out. Plus means get a new soil from the supply and put it in my holding area, my soil zone. But the other option is I can take something already from my soil zone and put it out somewhere available on my tree. Or I could gain 2 flowers or put 2 flowers into compost. Compost is like on my player board here. Get 3 things in your compost, you get a soil, and getting new flowers would... I haven't got space for them, so I'm not going to choose that. After all of that waffle, I've got to explain the things to you, haven't I think I'm going to go for a bot charge because I'm worried that I haven't got enough of them. So I've placed my tool. I've done an action next to it. I've done all of the parts of that action that I want to. I could now, I hadn't thought about this. I could pay the 2 bot charges now to do a second action. I did want my 1 to do my special action though, because otherwise why have you got it? I won't yet. Although I always feel like I'm wasting time not doing this. Because I want a personal delivery here. So the next step, we've done our action stuff, the next step is personal deliveries. These cargo crates here out on the board, there's a few things in the queue that will go to this public area. There are actions to deliver to those public ones. But you can, through various means, get these private ones onto your board. And so after you've done all of your blueprint actiony stuff, you come down to here and you can deliver 1 cube to each of your cargo crates, your orders, your contracts. You have to deliver them 1 cube at a time from left to right. But if I get 2 contracts here and I have the flowers to put on those contracts, I can be delivering to them for free at the end of each of my turns and getting green charges, which will move my die around, which will activate all sorts of things for me. It will be great. Unfortunately, I haven't got one of those yet, so we're going to have to skip that phase. But then the last thing is activate one of your cards. And I don't know if you should be able to make this out on camera. So the one that we did from the action here was just like black. There's no border around it. That means it's got to be one of your cards that you've got. But this one here, as well as being the normal black border, you've got this kind of vine around half of it. That's because the ones on our tree board here, we've got 2 built in that don't have any tokens on them right now. But these are actions we can activate for free at the end of our turn. We can choose one of them if we've got a marker on them. And this one gets us new cards to plug into the tree. This one costs you 2 bot charges, but it lets you plug in a new card and turn your die up, which is income, which is going to trigger this card. It's going to be a good thing to do. Unfortunately, they haven't got tokens on them yet. We need to make the die go around. So with that option out of it, I am going to activate this then, which is my only option really. Activating nothing is an option. So this is spend a bot charge. Anytime you see this big orange arrow, that's spend a thing, and then this is the thing I will get. One of those personal deliveries. I can choose something from the queue. That's these 3. Well, you can't quite see in that. That's these 3 here, and I can deliver to it. And I think the plan was, I'm not looking at what I've picked as my colours here. I'm not sure what my plan was now. I think I was thinking of delivering to a cargo crate, but originally the plan had a yellow sitting on my soil. You can choose any 3 colours on here because I knew I was first player and I was going to take one of these, so I'm going to stick with that plan. So I've got to spend a bot charge to do it. I take one of these and then we slide up, we refill from the supply, because when these get filled up and taken away, these are going to fill in those gaps. So unfortunately, the deliver to your personal contracts phase is before the activate your stuff phase. So I can't deliver to them now, but next turn onwards, I will get to do all of that. And that is all the phases of the turn. These are different phases of the round, but first of all, we take it in turns to place 3 tools. And I'll explain most of the bits now. They'll go quicker, I promise. King of Euros, Alexander Pfister would like a word. Alexander Pfister is amazing, but I mean, Agricola. Although really, especially solo-wise, is it Vital Lacerda? Is it Stefan Feld? I don't know. I've just made a blanket Uwe designation, haven't I? Yeah, I was surprised that wasn't a solo one. I wonder. Yeah, I think it'd definitely be Rosenberg for me. Talking about count, I would go so far to say there might even be 10 Rosenbergs. Just guessing. Cover him is Latin for copper. All right. Yeah, king of planting games. King of farming, for sure. Why is there a boulder in a tree? It's a very big tree. I don't know if you can quite see from what there's on the board. You can kind of see in the distance here. Look at these trees with all the houses in. We're living in these trees because the world's gone wrong. So we're trying to fix it and oxygenate it and stuff. These are big trees. Trees big enough to hold boulders. Right. So I've done my turn now, and we have to go to solo and if you're playing this and wondering about the solo, then you can get an amazing player reference just for the solo stuff from Spin. So there's some special setup stuff specific to him. He's going to ignore loads of stuff and just get to do what he wants, basically. But there are 4 different difficulty levels. Playing on number 1, but you know, you should get the idea without him completely humiliating me too much. We hope. So on my turn and stuff is exactly as it would be in a multiplayer game. The bot is going to do a tool action, then he's going to get to work overtime. He doesn't have to pay bot charges for this, and he always works overtime, so he's always going to get to do 2 things on his turns. Then he might get to do a bonus action, and then he is going to try and do a personal delivery like I would, but he hasn't got all of those things plugged in and all those extra modules and things. So on his turn, we have these 6 bot tiles here, and he is going to flip one of these over and make some decisions based on this. So first up, he's going to decide which action he wants to do. Over on his player board here, there are symbols for each of the actions. They correspond to, you can see little pictures in the corner of each of the blueprints, and they're the same pictures that are on the bot tiles that you're drawing. So from top to bottom, you work out an action that he wants to do, and they are like spelled out in words on the player aid as well. Apologies for the glare, it's lovely being laminated, but the camera doesn't like it. So first of all, he would like to get a new contract for himself, like I did. For this, he needs at least 1 empty dock. Now, he starts with 1, and all of his other docks have got boulders in. So he can't do that. Next up, he wants to deliver to things, and these the little colon there are 2 different A tiles. So there's a bit of variability as well in the blueprints that will come out, even in a 2-player game. There are 2 G tiles, and you only use 1 of them, and there are 3 A tiles, and you only use 2 of them. They'll deliver 2 different things, and this will do a different action. So he wants to deliver to this 2-1 here, right? And his criteria for this action is, has he got 3 flowers? He starts the game with one each of the flowers. So he's going to do this. So deliver 3 flowers in total to the airport, which is this action that he wants to do. So then we go down to his tools. He's got all of them available at the moment. So he'd like to place his blue tool, please. Now, unfortunately, he can't do that because I've placed a blue tool next to this action. So we go down. Can he place his yellow there? Is that okay? Yes. Then which direction does he want to place it in? He wants to place it above that action. Is that okay? Yes, it is. We have finished his criteria, his decision-making process for the turn. So he wants to deliver 3 flowers in total to the airport. So he's got a little marker on this freight container on the right. And from right to left, he wants to deliver his goods to this freight container, up to 2 of them to this particular freight container. So he's got a purple. He can deliver a purple there. And then he's got a red. He can deliver to red. He's delivered 2, so he moves his marker left. And now, can he deliver 1 here? Yes, he can. Keep moving the marker and delivering 2 flowers at a time until 3 have been delivered. If he got to the end and he couldn't deliver 3 flowers through this action, he would get a bot charge for every flower he didn't deliver. And he's going to gain green energy for everything he just delivered. So that's 3, 5, 7 green energy. On the bot's board, we've got a little reminder here that every 2 green energy he gets is a point, and every 1 he gets is a soil to remind us later on, if he gets an odd number in the future, we can round it up and give him a point. So he's got a soil for 1 of them, and then he earned 6, didn't he? So that's going to be 3 points. 1, 2, 3. We start on 2. He uses his die to mark his points, because he's a maverick like that, because he's using his marker over there to know where he's delivering things. So that's his action, is doing this, but he always, and for free without using bot charges, because he is the bot, he gets to do this one as well. So for this, he is going to try and upgrade his arbor to the next level. The requirements for him doing this, it's that it's a similar thing, but he doesn't have random tiles saying. His difficulty level tells you which requirements he's got for this. So this is have 7 flowers. He only started with 6 and he's just delivered 3. So no, that's not going to be possible. So there's no other decisions to be made because he couldn't do this action. But if he can't do it, he does a substitute action. So the substitute action is also something that he can pick, which is gain 2 flowers. So check his lowest personal container here. Take a flower matching the leftmost empty slot. So he will take a yellow one. And then check the next lowest container's leftmost slot. Repeat until 2 have been gained. And then gain a bot charge for every flower he doesn't gain. So does he stop gaining them there? He's only got 1 container. So I guess he would just gain like 1 yellow until he gets more things. Take flower matching the leftmost source. Set the next most container. Yeah, because he hasn't delivered 1 yet. So he only got 1 flower, which means he'll get a bot charge instead then. He started with 2 charges because he's second player. So he's done his 2 actions. Then we can go back to the tile for his bonus action. So here, having charges matters. He has to pay charges for these. If he hasn't got the charge, he can't do the bonus action. So he needs to pay 1 bot charge by ticking him down. And then this particular special action, this bonus, is to gain a flower of each colour. So yeah, he is stocked up next time if he wants to take that arbor action again. Blue, purple, white. He's got a lot of stuff. Let's organise them for him. He's got plenty of flowers now. So he's done all of that stuff, he's done this, and then he has got a personal delivery. So deliver 1 time to each personal container, bottom to top, left to right. And if he's missing a flower, he'll do some extra stuff. He isn't missing that flower, he'll be able to do that, which gets him a green energy. He's already got a soil there, so we can get rid of that soil and give him an extra point for the 2 green energy. That counts as. That's his turn. So now I've got to think of something to do. I'm tempted to just plant 2 soil. Do you know what? I might. We're going to get a delivery done. And if I placed it next to this action, I would get to activate a card. I don't really want to do that. I could, however, put a token up here and I could get a flower bed as well as the soil action I want to take. Let's do that, and then maybe we do a delivery next time and we can get energy and start activating these soil things. I like the sound of it. Although I would like to do this because this is how we raise the arbor level, as well as this helper at the end. So let's say red. I'm going to place up here. So as well as a blueprint, I've placed next to a flower bed. Yeah, that's going to go okay, I think. So over here, we've got 2 soil. And rather than add to my supply, do I want to place it out? I kind of do want it in sections. Because if I take the flower bed first, so you have to take the top one, and they've just been randomly placed, I could plug this in. Like, you can flip them around and stuff, and you don't have to be adjacent and things. I could plug it in there, and then this would fill up with flowers, with white flowers. So every time the die goes around this space, it would fill up with white. Or I can take white off and compost it. We'll see that. But if I put soil in that space, then it can be any colour I like. I think I'm going to do the soil first. Let's pop soil there, and I can get a thing of my choice. When you plant soil, you can get a flower of your choice. So I've got a yellow. If I could deliver to these 3, I could get some extra points here. I've got a white. Let's get an orange in there. And then let's plant another soil down here. Downside is this isn't covering up lovely bonuses. But we will in a minute. And let's have this be... What's your next one here? Another red? You have got a red. Another yellow, maybe. Because you want to deliver yellow here. You haven't got all those yellows to do deliveries later with. Okay. Then, get a bot charge or flip a forest. I haven't got a forest yet, so no good thinking about that. I'm going to spend both my bot charges then to do 2 actions, work overtime. This flips, because you can only do it once per round. And I am going to take the topmost white flower bed, and I am going to put it this way because then it's going to cover up 2 bonuses. It's leaving gaps where I don't really want them. But I quite like both of these bonuses because this is get a bot charge, and I've just spent them all. Hey, I've got one back again. This one is get another delivery. It does cost me a point to pop one in this gap. Ooh. You want white eventually, so I'll probably take you. Yeah, let's go there. So lose a point for popping something there. But then we can deliver to 2 things each round. And that's pretty great if we can keep the flowers flowing. Because I've got a colour that the deliveries don't particularly want. So this gets filled up with white flowers. But hopefully the dye and these pipes are going to solve all of our problems. Okay. So that's doing both of the things. Then we move to special deliveries. So I have, and I'm going to take these actually off my soil down here because this will hopefully get refilled. So we can deliver to each of these left to right, just once each. So a yellow there is going to get me a green energy, and an orange here is going to get me another 2. So that's 3 in total, which means we can move the die 1, which is going to pop a standby marker back on there. That can be activated again. And it gives me an oxygen point because that's been flipped. 2, 3. These spaces do nothing yet. But we wanna whiz things round. Okay. And then I can activate a card, but I don't have anything to activate. I could activate this again, but I'm full up on personal deliveries now. So it would be a waste. I have a bot charge to do it, but hopefully they're going to fill up and everything's going to be great. So over to the bot. We get the bot's next card. So they want to try and make a delivery over here. So they will do that if they have at least 3, it's colours of flower, isn't it? 3 different flowers, yes. They do have 3 different colours of flowers. So they want to use their red tool on this action. They can do that. They want to place it to the left most of all. So there they go. That's what they've done. Which means they're not going to get an extra action, are they? So he wants to deliver 3 things. And I don't think it matters to him. Like usually, if I chose this action, I'd have to deliver up to 3 to the same place. Or here I can deliver 1 to 1 and then up to 2 to another one. But he doesn't follow those rules. So starting from where he is, he wants to try and deliver 2 things. He's got a white, he's got an orange. So that's going to be 3. Moves his marker and going right to left. He's got no white left, but he has got a yellow, which is going to be another 2. So that's 5 green energy. Give him a soil for 1 and 2 points for the other 4. Now this one's full. When you fill up one of these, it gets discarded and the flowers go back to the supply, and whoever filled it gets an oxygen point. So now the top, this is empty, so the top thing from the queue flows in and we refill the queue. And at the start of the... Oh, I can take an additional crate. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, it just sits at the side. I remember the rules saying that now. Yeah, you can't do anything with it yet, but as soon as there's a gap, it just zooms straight in. So I could do that. I have got the bot charge. Will I want a bot charge for things later? Probably not. I'll get bot charges, won't I? You might want them for next round. So I want a card, but I don't know how I'm going to achieve that. So we've seen those top ones. No, I won't do it just yet. Right, so they fill in, and you see that they started with a cube on them. That's just for setup, and I think it's just for a 2-player game, which we're simulating in the solo mode. When they get replaced, they don't get a cube on them. Okay, so he has done his action. He doesn't get to work overtime because he's gone on the left. So then his bonus, can he spend a bot charge? Yes. He is going to discard the cards either side of the telescope. So this is the round marker, and at the end of the round this is going to happen as well. So the end game scoring cards are on the left. As we get further along in the game, more of those will be available and fewer activating cards will be available. But he is going to refresh the display up. Everything slides in, and we draw new ones from the deck. I would like that one. That was get a bot charge and a yellow flower. I like the sound of that. So that's it. Oh, then his personal delivery. So one at a time, bottom to top, left to right. He can deliver his orange here, and he gets a point. He's got a soil on here, so it translates to that. And that's his turn. So my turn. So something we haven't even talked about yet, because it's coming, is the forest phase. In the forest phase, you want to have space, at least like a 2x2 space of soil and or flower beds that doesn't have flowers on it, which you are then going to cover up with a forest. I don't know if I'm going to achieve that, because we want to deliver like a red and a yellow. Triggers the end of the game. There are 4 rounds. At the end of the 4th round, it'll always be triggered. So doing an action, I could get new personal delivery. I don't really want that. I could deliver to this, so I could keep my green out. So this is activate a card that I don't want to do. I do want to raise the arbor level, but I don't really care about doing that. And I can't put a yellow next to it, so we're going to have to settle for just raising the arbor level once, I think, this turn. This round. Maybe do it next time once we've got a card. But then we could get cards. You could just not do the thing, but then it doesn't feel as effective. Because the bonus for raising your arbor level the first time is get any flower bed. And then we could be delivering from those flower beds. If I make a delivery, we'll get to restock these with flowers that I might want. And I could deliver 2 white there and a yellow there. And then when the die moves round, we can restock those things with the colours that we need for this. Maybe we can do this. Let's do a delivery. Let's not dwell too much. I want to get things happening. So yeah, I'm going to deliver. Oh no, I don't want to deliver there. Oh, but there's yellow there. He's put his yellow next to this one. I want to deliver 2 to one and 1 to another. But if you want to do that, you've got to use your green, which is what you're going to use to go up the arbor level. And this helper is spend a bot charge to get a point. I don't want to use that. Oh. Well, you could just deliver the white ones. That would still be 3 bot charges, and those soil patches are empty. It's not quite as effective, because delivering to these is only going to get you 2 movements, whereas if you deliver to those as well, it would be a point and 3 more, and we get a charge here, and we get to get a new card in things. Get things ticking around a bit. Just get a person to deliver I don't want. I could get 2 more soil and a bot charge. It's nice, but it's not essential. Get a boulder off. It's something that would get me a couple of bot charges, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's not going to be at full effectiveness. So another thing you can do here is, over the course of your delivery, you can swap one thing. There's a warehouse up there in the corner. As long as the colour you're swapping isn't in there, then you can swap 1 flower for one that's available in there. So delivering 3 to 1. I can't deliver 3 to the middle one either. Let's deliver 2 white, because this might help us clear some space for a forest as well. I'm going to deliver these 2 here, which is going to get me 3 green energy. So 1 passes over this pipe. So if there's something installed in the pipe, if there's a flower there, I can compost it, and I think get a point. And 3 compost turns into a soil eventually. But if there isn't a flower there, I can put a flower there. And if it's the word I'm thinking of, if it's soil, you can say any colour you like. So planning for the future, I'm going to have white. I'm going to need yellow next turn. So maybe I want yellow to be there. And that was only moving 1, wasn't it? 2, 3. So we've moved over another pipe. Make another decision. We're going to need white. We're going to have that. I'm not going to have purple for next time. Although orange delivers for a lot over on that one. Yeah, maybe we'll get orange. Or maybe you'll get a flower bed that'll do it. Okay, so you've delivered to 2 things. This is now full. We drop the flowers everywhere. That goes away. I get a point for filling it up. And that goes there. These slide up. And we get a new one out. So that's my main action, just delivering that thing. Then I can do personal deliveries. I've got a red for here. That's going to be 1. I've got, let's keep clearing this out, a yellow for here. So they're going to be another 1 each. 1, 2. So we get to put a standby marker on this. And then we get to activate something. I think I'm going to activate that now. So I could take an endgame scoring tile, but to be honest, I'm not really bothered about that right now. I want some more abilities. So if we zoom in a bit, what can we have? And I can plug this in anywhere. I can plug it into a point that the die's about to go round, slow the die down a bit, but I can get it triggering early on. When you buy something, it will come with a token. So standby will come with a token, battery will come with a battery. So every time I get one of these cards, one of these ability cards, for every battery on the card I get a point. Every time I plant, every time I deliver to these public ones, a yellow or a purple, for every battery I get a charge. Oh, that's nice. Every time I flip a forest I can plant. That's not going to happen too much, I don't think. Oh no, that's an action. To flip a forest and optionally plant or compost something. Get a bot charge and get a red flower or compost a red flower. And this is it throwaway? Up to 3 cubes from one of your personal deliveries. When you get this border around it, that's one of your personal containers. And also, I haven't even talked about this yet. We've got these flower pots. We've got some in our base cards and on our board. But these are places where you can send flowers. Because I said you want clear spaces. You can't discard flowers to put these forests on top. They need to be cleared out. One way is through doing the actions and actually doing something useful with them, but you can also temporarily put them in flower pots, and if they're still in those pots at the end of the game, they could be worth some points if they've got these backgrounds and a little points icon next to them. So sometimes it's grey and any flower can go there. There you go, there's a grey one. Just about see where my finger is there. And these ones need specific colours of flowers. I'm thinking just bot charge all over the place. So I'm going to grab this. So you slide in and a new one will be revealed. This is every time you complete a personal container. For every battery on this card, get a green energy. So I can plug this in anywhere. It will get a standby token on it. But I think I'd like to get it going as early as possible, please. So it gets a standby token on it. It can be activated next time I have the opportunity to do that. And it needs to get one of these tokens in here. So basically, the die is now going to move around a tiny bit slower because there's an extra space it's now got to cover. But when it does go over that space, it's going to resupply that card. And so I do have a red flower pot there. I've got a grey one just on my board, a grey one on my starting card. So it's a kind of 2-pot card. There's the ability. It's also got a little grey flower pot on it. And we also have this flower pot space that's worth a point at the end if there's something in there, but you've got to pay a bot charge to put a flower in there. I think just ready for the forest phase, I'm going to pop a white flower in this pot because I think I've just about got a little forest area ready. Okay, that's my third action then. And the bot, what's he going for? He is going to try, let's have a look at his criteria for doing the action. So for this, has he got at least one barricade? Yes. So he wants to do, where is it? This action. He wants to use yellow? No. He wants to use green. Okay, he is going to use green. He wants to place it underneath. He can do that, which means he's going to get a flower bed as well. Okay. So he removes a barricade from the topmost container slot for his main action, and then he's next to a flower bed, which means he takes the topmost flower bed tile and gets 3 flowers of that colour. So he's going to get himself 3 purples. Because he gets to do both things without having to pay any extra stuff. And then his bonus is gain a flower of every colour he doesn't have. So that for him is an orange and a white. Could have been worse, couldn't it? Could have got a lot more out of that. Then make personal deliveries. He delivers to the red. Did I do my deliveries? I must have done. Yeah, you must have done. 2 is 1 point for him. And yeah, I think that's all of the stuff. So we then move on to is it the crafting phase? Yeah. So your leftover tile goes onto a helper and you get the bonus. So this is raise your arbor level. Have I got 5 soil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I've got 5. I hope it's planted soil. Or is it half soil and I've messed this up? Suddenly I'm scared that I've misinterpreted. I was so confident in my plan. Oh, it does lay these out. Just like it doesn't lay out all the cards, but I think it lays these out. In your growing area, not covered by forest. Yes, I've got that. This is your growing area. Great. I haven't misinterpreted it. So we can go up here and we can get any flower, well, any topmost flower bed. So what colour's coming up a lot? I see a lot of orange, I feel like. What's the topmost orange? Well, that's a big tile. We could actually, with this technology... No, I don't like that. That's a funny shape. Like, we can't go in here because of this boulder. Oh, how about that? That slots in quite nicely. And we've still got flower pots available, so your forest plan can still work. Yeah, so this is going to get me a soil. And as well as a soil, it gets me quite a nice chunk of orange flowers. It's 1 for every space. And I think... So I could potentially... Now I've got red flower pot. If I'd placed a red tile, I could maybe have placed a bigger forest. But we'll stick with what we've done. So yeah, that was for raising my arbor level. And let's put you in a flower pot before I forget. The bot still does this. He's got a blue one left over. So he places there. He doesn't do the action. But if the thing had charges... So what's going to happen now is all the ones that got picked will go away. All the ones that didn't get picked get a plus bot charge token to make them a bit more attractive for next time. If they still don't get picked, that flips over to 2 bot charges. So basically the bot would get the charges, if any. There aren't any though. So then do we restock the thing straight away? Crafting phase, flip all of these things along and get new crafting tiles. So some of the abilities for next time. The one that went, actually, the one that he picked was raise your die, which is quite nice, as we'll see in a minute. 2 bot charges and flip one of your status tokens. Put a bonus marker on here. If you're in the 3rd round, slide them up. No, we're not in the 3rd round. So then we go into the forest phase. So the bot, which, by the way, I don't think I've said yet, is called bot, does not do anything in this phase. For me, I need to plant... Well, I don't have to. I can either flip a forest tile that is in my tree, and that's it. Or I can choose to plant a forest from the general supply and or my personal supply. And so the criteria for it, it has to be planted on flower beds or soil that do not contain flowers. So There is one more flower pot available. If I'd taken red, maybe I could have gotten a bigger one out. But I think there's a scoring tile here for having purple forests. Maybe I want to think about that and go for the purples. They are quite big to get out. I'm just going to go for one from my general supply. So you'll see here, I've made a nice little 2x2 area. The downside of this is, for future planting, if I get abilities to plant like extra whites in particular, I've just covered these up with a forest. They're not going to be available anymore for planting. Or if I get scoring cards that like have loads of visible white spaces, covered them up. So what I was thinking of doing before I realised I was going to get this orange one, at this point, if you've got little gaps, you can spend soil to cover up those gaps. So I could potentially like put a soil under here and throw this in another flower pot. You can't discard them, so it cost me a bot charge to use this flower pot. And then I could have taken like the 3x2 because I'd have space for that. But I'm happy, I think, with what I'm doing. Don't spend any soil. I will just get one from my personal supply. I'm just thinking purple because of this scoring card that's here, which will be out for a little bit, I think, so maybe I'll get that. So they've got an instant ability, which in this case is upping your die, which is your income. I wish we'd moved the die one space further, because whenever my die goes up by one, for every battery here, I get a bot charge. There's only one battery because my die hasn't moved more, so it just moves one space. But that's going to be good later. I can flip this in the future and it'll be worth points at the end of the game. That's it. The benefit of putting these forest tiles down is that it doesn't up your die, but it'll get you points based on the number of your die, and it will give you income in the form of charges and or points. So better to get those, but get the die up. We don't need as big a space yet. And in future, if we can clear big spaces, I could do this and a personal one if I do more stuff. So that's my forestry stuff, isn't it? There's a turner, blah, 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 but he's not doing anything. So then income phase, you get oxygen points and energy. So you get points equal to the value on the die, 1, 2. You get income on your forest tiles. The basic ones haven't got that. And then you get points based on your arbor level, 2, 4, or 7, based on how high you were. I've got 2 things planted in them. I could have gotten to the 2nd level. But as it is, we get 2, which is not bad, is it? The bot in the income phase gets oxygen for the number on its die, which is 1, and its arbor level. It hasn't upped its arbor level yet, so it doesn't get any points from that. I think this is at harder difficulties. It gets income from forests it's got on side 1, but it hasn't even taken any forest yet either. Remember to have a drink, an hour in. So, there we go. That's round 1. So then that's the income phase, cleaning up for the end of round. So everyone gets their tool tiles back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your tool tiles back. Refresh your overtime marker because you can use it again next round. And we discard the cards next to the telescope. We move the telescope to show that it's now round 2. Slide everything along and reveal some new ones. So if you want that reward for purple forests, it needs getting soon. Move the telescope to the next space, move all the extension cards down, draw new ones, give the starting tree to the next player. Oh, here's the starting tree. I haven't been using it. So he's going to be the first player. And do I shuffle his, actually? Do I just shuffle when he runs out? Phase tracker, yep. Maybe he only shuffles them like halfway through the game because he's got 6. Oh, thanks, James. I'll see you later. Yes, he shuffles when he's used them all. So, he's going to be going first then. So let's check his criteria for this one. So his criteria is, has he got less than 3 flowers? No. Does he meet upgrade requirements? So that's, for his arbor level, has he got 7 flowers? Yes, he's got 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. So his action, we need to work out where he's going first before you do all this. Yes, that's what he wants to do. He wants to place his green. So next to this tile, and he wants to place it to the right, which is fine because he's the first person to go. So we can definitely do that. So let's do this first, which is just upgrade his arbor to the next level. No bonus for him, but he's going to start getting that income, which is more than mine when that happens. And the other one is the gain 2 flowers action. So check his personal container. The leftmost empty slot, he gains a blue. He's got no more containers, so he gets a bot charge instead of gaining a second flower. So that's his 2 actions done. And then his bonus, can he spend a bot charge? Yes. To clear the queue out, is that? Discard and refill the queue of containers. Well, I was kind of banking on that, wasn't I? Kind of banking on seeing orange. Still a bit of orange. There's orange about, isn't there? Right. So that's him. What am I up to then? So I'd like to up the arbor level. I've got a couple of bot charges, so I would like to do this because it will put my arbor level up, which will get me a new card. Not an endgame card, though, specifically. I could activate that to give me a red flower and a bot charge. And yeah. Yes, so if we do that, would you also like to do a second action with that? I don't really want another personal delivery. We've got yellow and white for this turn's deliveries. Do you want to deliver to one of one and 2 of another? And with oranges, that's 3, 4, 5. It would be nice if we could get a yellow with all of that. Well, you could get the red first with that, and you deliver orange red to that one, which is 5. It'd be nice to just deliver yellow and get the point for there. Well, you could do that. You could put one of your whites in and swap it with a yellow. Yeah, let's go here. What endgame thing do we want? What end of round ability do we want? Flip a thing, get a delivery, get 2 bot points. I'm not really married to any of these things. Oh yes, when does he spend those 2 charges? Yes, whenever he gets to a multiple of 10, he spends 2 charges which he hasn't got to up his die, or he gets a bot charge. Thank you. Yes. So I need to remember that next time he gets to a multiple of 10. So he hasn't upped yet, which is nice. So I can't put green next to it. I don't think I want yellow. We could be getting a red flower bed instead. But I think this is a good move. I think this is good. So, activate a card. I'm going to activate this card here. Get a bot charge. What? What do you mean get a bot charge? Oh, yeah. I'm activating this card. Activate a card. This one. So I remove the marker from it to get a bot charge. And I can either gain a red flower or compost one. I'm going to gain one because I can pop it on a soil. And then my option down here is going to be to up my arbor level because I have 2 things planted in these pipes. Installed in the pipes. So, which card do you want then? We're not far away from completing personal deliveries. Nice to keep the charges going. Not massively fussed about that. Flipping a forest tile and getting a flower of your choice is quite nice. We'd want more forest tiles. Clear out a personal delivery and keep it around for longer. And you wouldn't want both of them, but that's kind of cool, isn't it? Flipping a forest tile, it would just get me points though. It kind of, there's no income to lose in the one that I placed, but in the future, like ones with good income, flipping it replaces, like, you get points at the end, but no more income. So I don't know if I really like that. About when you complete personal deliveries, you get more charges. I'm going to put it up here because, again, I'm slowing the die down, but I want it to build up some more batteries sooner rather than later. So it gets 1 on it by default, but in a few steps it could get 2. So that's activating a card, and up in the arbor level, got me a new card because that's the middle reward. I'm going to spend 2 charges then to do this as well, and deliver up to 1 thing to 1 container and 2 things to another. So I think we're going to go orange, orange here. So that is 3, 4. Yeah, we can't swap for purple because it's not available. But I could swap this white for yellow. Because while that's only 1 energy, it completes this and it's a point. Let's get a point. So I've got 1, 5 altogether. So 1 puts a new battery on this and make it a bit more powerful. 2, 3 puts the standby token back on this. 4, 5 puts another battery on this one. And if we can get some blue, need a blue and a purple next time. How are we going to do that? We haven't thought that through. Okay, might not happen as quickly as I thought then. Oh, what you can do is you can spend a bot charge to ignore the colour that's required on a delivery. I might have to do that next time. Okay, I've used my overtime marker though, haven't I? So I've delivered to things. I've had my green energy. I think I've had my points. I just haven't thrown this stuff away yet. And then you are top of the queue. You replace that and you go there. So that's my actions. Then personal deliveries, we can deliver a yellow and a white for 2 and 2. So another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activates absolutely nothing. Then activate a card. I mean, I don't really want another personal delivery right now, but I will take a bot charge and a red flower. I've got... Ooh. Just picked up 2. I've got this empty soil that's waiting to have flowers put in it. Actually, I might have taken an orange from here actually rather than there, just because this will fill up again as it swings round. If I can make it swing round loads, then I mean red deliver. Oh, you want to deliver to loads of different ones though, don't you? If you delivered next turn red, white, orange, that would be 6. You would fill this one in, and that could get you one of the colours, and then you just deliver something else and spend a bot charge, maybe? Think about that next turn. Let the bot have his turn. Right, so first of all, it wants to up its arbor level. Has it removed 3 boulders? No, it has not, so you can't do that. Then, has it got an empty dock? It has, because it's removed the boulder. So it's going to fill that thing up, isn't it? Take the topmost container in the queue to his lowest available slot. And he gets a bot charge. There we go. Oh, you haven't placed his tool. He wants to place... So which action was it? This one? So he wants to place his green. He's already placed that. His yellow is fine. Can he place it above? Yes. So he's also going to take this lovely staircase tile away and get 3 flowers matching that tile's colour. He's got a lot of flowers, folks. And then his bonus, can he spend... Oh, no. Yeah, that's his second thing done. His bonus is spend a bot charge to remove all flowers from his lowest container, which contains flowers. So that's going to be all the flowers from that one. Then, making personal deliveries. He can deliver a yellow to that one. He can't deliver to that one, though. If he's missing a flower, he will attempt in this order to trade the same 3 of 1 flower. So I think he trades 3 oranges for a yellow. And that gives him 2 energy, which turns into a point. So yes, he could do that, so that's fine. Now it's back to me. You've got to make a decision again. So we could just plant a flower bed. But planting flower beds doesn't necessarily give you clear space for the forest. Delivering takes stuff away, but not necessarily in the places that we want them. I kind of want to remove this boulder and be building up here, ready for a forest. Where's the remove a boulder bonus? Probably going to be spending a charge this turn to ignore a requirement. So we're probably going to be delivering 2 things anyway. I don't really want to spend 2 bot charges on doing that, although we do have ways of getting bot charges back. What if you just removed a boulder? Because you could use you could advance the die twice from that. What shape is the purple? Oh, they've fallen over, but both of the top 2 are L's. Now you want the boulder gone first. That would kind of work if you could get rid of all of the purples in time, which we could now. I'm about to deliver to one. You could not deliver now and wait until you've got the purple flower, but then that's stalling. And we want stuff going. Tricky. So if we can deliver to them, that's 5, 3, 4, 5 on the dice. Because this ability is going to give us a load of stuff as well. Grow 2 flowers for the... Oh, yeah! I'm forgetting you can have 2 flowers of your choice, can't you, as the boulder reward? And then I don't have to spend the bot charge, because I want bot charges for this, because it's going to be great. Yes, I like the plan. See, I don't really want a personal delivery, so I think I'm okay spending the red. I'm going to pop it here. I do want flower beds. You can get flower beds next time. Pop that there. That's going to be fine. We are just going to remove a boulder. It's going to be this boulder. We are going to take 2 flowers, and it's going to be a blue and a purple. And they can just get put in some soil, because they're going to get spent in a minute. Then you can either flip over a token or activate a card, which would be get a new personal delivery, which could just be waiting in the wings, but that uses a bot charge up that I don't want to use up. So we will flip something instead. First available flipper. Sadly, we've already gone past all of these, but that's how I decided to place them. So I'll get it the right way around eventually. We know it's a 1. So that's my action. Delivering, we have now got a blue and a purple for 5. 1 pops a standby marker on there. 2 is a point and a standby marker on there. 3, 4, 5. And then activating a thing. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Because I can spend 2 bot charges to up my die, so more income and that, and it will be better for when you get forests as well, because they give you income based on your die. When my die is increased, for every battery here, get a bot charge, which gives me the 2 back. And get a card. Oh, there should be a card here. Oh, spend a point to raise your arbor level. Oh, I'm only going to get to do it once. There are things that, I think there's scoring cards that can make standby tokens that are spare worth some points if they built up. Now I've kind of done it twice. I'm not really bothered by that. Flipping Forest is going to be a bit more attractive much later. With the amount I've now got, I wish I'd taken this. Get you a point for every time you get more cards. Maybe we want to go for an endgame scoring one. And you've got a purple forest and you're going for more purple forests, and it's a wild flower pot. This is just 2 points for every endgame scoring card. Because it can be either. They're clearing the personal deliveries. Not that, oh, actually, I've filled both of them, and so they're clearing off anyway. Let's have this. And I'm going to plug it in here. Because I feel like it. So you go there. And that's a lovely flower pot space. Need to remember the stuff's in my flower pots. So they're gone. The downside of doing that is now... Yeah, I do want to do that, but not at the time I was doing this. I want to do that now and get a thing. Maybe we'll, with our last action, activate it with something. But I need to plant a flower bed and have that flower bed empty enough to be able to fit this. How's that happening? You haven't thought it through. We'll think about it. Okay. You go there then. Oh, everything planted in a pipe. I've already done one. So bot, take an action so I don't have to think for a minute. He wants to deliver here. If he's got 3 different flowers, he has. So he wants to place his blue before there, which is fine on this tile. Can he place from the top? No. So he wants to place from the right, which is okay, because this hasn't got a blue next to it either. So first of all, starting from where his marker is, he wants to deliver right to left. So yes, no, yes. So that's going to be 4. And then he moves back over here. Hasn't got red. He's got purple. He's delivered 3 in total. That's 6, which converts to 3 points. And he's done with that. He is also... so the requirements, does he have a barricade? Yes. So he removes a barricade. Okay. Then, his bonus. Get his bonus. Oh, this is to get a... Where's a die? Me gaming rules die. He rolls a die. 5. Ah. There's only 1 of each type. Taking 1 of me purples. It's annoying. So he just takes that away, doesn't he? He doesn't even have to spend a bot charge to do it. Roll a die, take a forest tile of that size or smaller, placed face down to size 2. It's going to be worth some points at the end for him. I've popped that off to the side. That is very frustrating. I can still get this one. Denied me 2 points there. Right, so it's back to me. And what is going to allow me... So what do I need here? I need 3 more spaces. So I could just get more soil and just shove a load of soil under it. The downside of the kind of emergency soil placing is you don't get the flower from if you plant soil normally, the free flower of your choice, and you don't get any bonuses on spaces that you're hastily covering up. It's just if I take a purple flower bed as an action now, or whatever colour, I don't have the flower pots, I don't think, to clear off all of these spaces. So I could just plant another personal one again, but ideally, should maybe have planted a purple one and then delivered stuff from it. So we can be geared up for next time, but I haven't even got like a personal delivery thing either. Personal delivery and activate a card, and then I could get 2 personal deliveries. And kind of be ready for next time. I would just be planting another personal. Which is a bit of a shame, but at least I'd get to deliver to them this time, which is another 3 on the dice. You just get the bigger things next time, maybe. So what have I got? I've got 1, 2 if you want to use that. Flower pot spare. So planting a purple is not going to help that at all. It'd be good for the future. Now I'm going to go here, I think. Let's get a personal delivery. So I'm good at orange. So I think I just want to take the ones that will give me orange right now. Well, we take 1 from the action. And then I don't want a bot charge. I'm in fact going to be activating this. So spend a standby token and a bot charge to get another personal delivery. And it's going to be the other one that wants orange because that's what I have right now. And that costs me a point to place something in that slot. Okay. I don't feel great about that. But to make it a bit better, we can now deliver orange, orange, and that's 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and you haven't even done anything here. Could we have done something better? You could have planted things in here. It wouldn't. You still wouldn't have had a flower bed though, so you wouldn't have been able to put a bigger forest down. You could just fill them up with something now. Maybe purple, because we don't make that, and we need it eventually for this. And like now you know that you've got these. Maybe yellow. Maybe you'd want a yellow flower bed turn 1 next time, because 2 of your deliveries want them. And this shape, if it's still about, kind of fits nicely there, doesn't it? Right. That's that then. That's your deliveries. You can activate a thing, but I don't think I want to. If I'd gone one further, I would have activated that for another card, I think. You can get another delivery while you've got the charge, but I kind of want charges available. Yeah. We just won't activate anything, so we've both all gone. The bot is going to pop his thing there, and he gets a charge. And I am going to pop mine here and get 2 bot charges. I suppose, yeah, you're about to get 2. So you could just use it. If you're going to get yellow, you could get something that wants a load of yellow delivering. No, they're going to be there for a while. No, go on, get it used. You want yellow twice. That'll just hang off to the side of the board. And that's got no tokens on it. Be efficient, if that's efficient. So, these go away. And the extra bot charge that was on him goes away as well. And we see 2 new ones. Where you're going to get us some soil, get or plant, get a standby token and a battery token on things of your choice. And then you would now reward 2 bot charges, and you would reward 1. Okay. So that's that stuff. Then it's the forest phase, isn't it? Oh, he gains an oxygen there. So then in the forest phase, he doesn't do anything. I'm going to plant another one of my personal ones that maybe I should wait and plant one of these things, but maybe I'm just doing badly. Let's get this planted. Let's up the die. When I up the die, it's got 2 batteries on it, so 2 bot charges. I'd love that to have had more. Then the income phase, he gets income for the number on his die and his arbor level, 1, 2, 3. He's reached a multiple of 20, so can he spend 2? Yes, he can, to up the number on his die. But he did it after the income phase. Then my income is my arbor level, which is 4. Forests, no. What's the other thing? Where's the other bit that we get income from? Oh, you die. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already done that. No, I don't think so. Okay. It's caught up a bit there. So then, you have 2 soil. Oh, I see what you mean. And get a charge instead. That's an idea. I'm going to go with it. Because I think you know better than me. So pop that down a bit. Yeah. We could just shove that 2 soil under here. We're not losing any bonuses. Not even covering up anything here. And we could do the bigger green. Because that doesn't up your die. It gets you points equal to your die now. But then, in the income phase, it moves the die. So now I've got a battery on there. Okay. So then, that's the income phase done. And we just got cleanup, right? Income phase, end of round. So get back your tool tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Refresh your overtime marker. discard the cards to the left and right. And move this. And we see some more scoring cards. So at the end of the game, spend 3 flowers up to 3 times for 2 points. Every different colour of flower you have is a point. Move telescope, yeah. Starting tree goes back to me. And let's have a big old think. So probably just going to plant the yellow. So do you also want to make deliveries? Because we could get something planted up here with this if we start clearing the yellow up. And your 1 and 2 could be a yellow to there. And then what? We've got a red, we've got a white. Could be 2 to there. Or you've got a red, you've got a purple. It's not as many green energy points, but it's a point for clearing it off, and it's a point he won't get. But then that's your double done straight away again, without really thinking about it. Who needs thinking about things? So I want 4 things planted in, so that'll be another one. Oh, the downside of this boulder section, there was only 1 pipe. We'll just have to get another boulder removed. So we want to get to the top arbor level, don't we? I don't know if we can do it this round. I want this shape, and I want to start clearing this shape. So yeah, I'm going to place... What do I want at the end? More soil might help you get a forest down. Battering thing is tempting. More bot charges is tempting as well. I think I want to leave my green separately. I like... As a soilless person, I like the idea of getting some more soil. So I'm definitely going to take this yellow, and I think I was placing it like this, which gets me 2 points. Nearly caught up. And 2 bot charges. So I think I've just spent my bot charges to have an extra turn enter. Get stuff planted. I feel like I had more planted at this point in me to play a game. So yeah, that gets planted, and there's a new thing in the pipe, albeit limited to being yellow. And then deliver to 1 thing. So make sure we're clearing this stuff off. So that gives us 2. And then we can deliver, because you don't really care about purple now, a purple and a red. So this is going to be 6 energy in total, and a point, and that's full. So you go in, slide them up, goes there, and then 6 on the dice. 1 gives me a point, and a battery on there. 2, 3. Standby on there. 4, 5. Battery on there. 6. Nothing. That's me 2 actions, because I did overtime. Then, deliveries, because I planted yellow. I've got the yellows for these, which is another 1, 2. 1, 2. And then activate a thing. So we could just get another card. Could get a bot charge and a red flower. Getting another card. It slows the die down, but we're getting it round, aren't we? Oh, that had 2 batteries on it, didn't it? I should have. Oh dear. When I completed those deliveries... That should have given me 2 extra. I don't know if that changes anything. I don't think it does. I might have gotten like an activation sooner, but I don't think I would have gotten to do anything differently. Yeah, I forgot to activate that. When I complete personal delivery, they get green movement, right? Okay. So activate a thing. What new card would you want? Flipping forests. You could flip the basic ones quite nicely. Clear off the personal deliveries means I don't have to get loads more. End-game scoring doesn't... So the active cards don't really score you unless you've got the flowers in the flower pots. The end-game scoring don't do anything for you. Maybe flipping forest is something to start thinking about. It also gets you a flower. Yeah, I'm just not... Like, the bot charge and a flower I was excited about. Now I'm not really that fussed for. Having flowers, I feel like I'll have a lot of different colours. Things in pipes, we're at least going to have 4, aren't we? And, hey Derek, how's it going? Endgame scoring call for the win. Let's go for it then. He's just gone past here, so let's pop it there. And then... yeah. Stick with that, and then nothing. That's the end of the thought. I activated that, so you shouldn't have a standby marker on you anymore. Oh, it's the start of a new thing, isn't it? You should have shuffled cards. So, what's the bot up to this time, you might ask? He is going to... I can't remember the symbols. Does he meet his upgrade requirements? Has he removed 3 boulders? No. Does he have at least 1 empty dock? He does. So he is going to try and place here. He wants to place his green, and he wants to place it above. Okay, then. So he gets the topmost container in the queue. And a bot charge. Slide them up. Fill that in. I'm going to run out of containers. And that's that action. And then he gets this and 3 orange flowers. Okie doke. And his bonus, can he spend a bot charge? Yes. To clear everything off his lowest one. Remove all flowers from his lowest container, which contains flowers. That one. Okie doke. So, that's my remote. That's all of his actions done. Then his deliveries. He's going to get 1. He doesn't have this, so can he trade... is it 3 of the same flower? Yes, he can trade 3 of the same flower for a yellow. So that's 2 green energy. And then an orange is another 2, which translates to 2 points. Hey, William, how's it going? Yeah, I just saw that as I was setting up that De Vere are going to be publishing it in the US. At the moment, yeah. Only in German, but it's got like printed English rules and they're available online. Should you come across a copy. See, all of the bits are language independent. That's his delivery. So that's it, isn't it? It's back to me. So now what? That seems fairly clear, doesn't it? We want a white and a red. We've got a white and a red for these deliveries, so that's not a factor. Removing more barricades would be nice. Do you know what? Get in a flower bed and delivering so it's empty for a nice big forest would be even better. But as soon as you get something in that pipe, you can up your arbor level. So if we remove the barricade, we could take what? So we're going to be able to up the die level again. Activating a thing would be that and get a red flower. Or we could flip something for the points. Like you could take blue and purple as the bonus again for doing your personal deliveries, like in a turn's time. Do you know what? Go for it. So I'm going to go here. Let's remove this boulder. So that's another couple of pipes I can get into. It's a point per pipe. And then we'll get 2 flowers. We'll get blue and purple. Thinking ahead for the deliveries. Which... like, oh, they can go in the soil, but then you can be putting them in the flower pots temporarily, can't you? Because I can compost stuff, but yeah, don't have to do it right away. So that's my action, just clearing boulders. Then we will deliver. A white is in here, and then I can deliver a red from here. That's 4 green energy. 1 puts a standby marker back in there. 2 gives me a point and puts a standby marker in here. 3, 4. And then activate something. I'm going to spend 2 bot charges to up my die. Whoop. To 4. Well, it rolled 6. That's what we'll stay with. Where was it there? Oh, no, I can't remember. I think so. And when I up my die, I get 3 bot charges. And I can have a card. Ooh. Do we keep going? Well, these haven't changed. I'm no more excited about these cards. See, for every... You can spend a set of a flower, a bot charge, and a standby token up to twice for 3 points each. I mean, this one here has got... Oh, pipes, yeah. Oh, yeah, if I was thinking more cleverly, I would clear that off into a flower pot because I would get a free yellow. Or I could compost it. No, I want a free yellow. So I might take... You could spend 3 flowers up to 3 times for 2 points each. And this has got 2 more flower pots in it. I'm going to take that. Let's have it up here. So that's another slot slowing me die down. But that's... I've got some good endgame scoring, I think. But I'm taking a flower bed. It's all coming together. So I activated that. That's my turn. Bot. Yes. Wants to deliver to this one. Has he got 3 flowers? Has he got 3 different colour flowers? Yes. Oh, compost does get me a point. No, I'm not going to compost. I'm going to regain. So he has got 3 different flowers, so he's going to place next to this. Can he place yellow next to it? Not at all. Can he place blue? Yes. Can he place it above? Yes. So first of all, starting from where his marker is, he can't place red. He can place white and yellow, though. So that's 3 points. And over here, he can't place anything. Over here, he can't place anything. So... He gets a bot charge, does he? Yeah, he couldn't deliver a 3rd flower, so he gets a bot charge. He did deliver 3 green energies worth, didn't he? So he gets a soil and a point, is how they convert. And then he's also placed next to this one, which is upgrade his arbor. He's not removed 3 things yet, so he can't do that. But then his bonus... is... I'll take another cheeky forest. The gaming rules die. It's gaming rules. Wait, what is that? A 1 or a 6, Paul? I'm not sure. It's a 6. Good choice. And that means he takes away this massive one. He takes away the massive ones for the massive points. That's a bit weird. That he could just be getting... I suppose like these are still like 5 and stuff, but he could be getting his little things if he was rolling low. That's a 4-point difference. We'll see. If I lose by 4 points, dice for you. Right. And that's his actions. He needs to do personal deliveries, but he can't, so... He can't trade 3 of the same colour for a red. Oh, bottom to top. He can't trade 3 of the same colour. Can he spend a bot charge to get the flower from the supply? Yes. Up here, he hasn't got a white. He can spend a bot charge to get a white, then skip container. So he gets 2 charges, which translates to a point for him, and that's it. I've got 1 more action left. If you want to be planting something, I've just gotten some flower pots. You're going to need like a purple... Not necessarily a purple, but like an L, aren't you? So I'd like the purple one just because it's worth some more points for me as well. I want something L-shaped. And there's a lot of red. But now that... Oh, that would work, wouldn't it? That would act as a kind of L. Yeah, let's go next to red. With my red tool. Get that. So that's going to cover up, get a soil into my supply. I get loads of red flowers. The personal deliveries, though, you've got yellow here, ready to come in. And yellow here. Oh, well. We'll have to do main deliveries, then. Yeah, put that there. And then... we might have just enough stuff cleared off. I'm not sure. So that's the action. We can't do any more than that. Deliver. There's a purple out the way. Oh, I've got a red flower pot, haven't I? That might help. And then blue, I've put in this flower pot, so that frees that up. That's 5 charges. So 1, I'm going to have yellow. And what else? We get blue. So that's 1, 2, 3. Ow. I said I was anti-compost. I'm pro-compost this time. Probably should have been pro last time. 4, 5, which puts a charge back on that. And do we want another card now? Scoring all over the place. Every visible blue space, so not covered by a forest, is worth a point, up to 8. Every different colour of flower you have. Is that like still planted in your fields or in your flower pots as well? Every endgame scoring card you've got, 2 points each to a maximum of 4. A maximum of 4? You're reading that right. I suppose you don't really have to put any effort into doing it. It's 4 points for nothing, really. I think different colour of flower might be doable. Let's put it just where he's gone past to not slow him down any further. On this lap. Was that 5? I think so. So that's me delivering. So these are now all full and gone. But I do have 1 waiting in the wings. So I can still deliver to 1 next time. And then activate some... oh, I activated get a card, didn't I? There we go. So the bot is going to check his requirements. So does he have less than 3 flowers? He does. So he is going to try and go here with his green. No, red. Red's fine. Can he go here? Yes. So gaining 2 flowers. Check his lowest personal container. Take a flower matching the leftmost empty slot. There we go. And then his next container's leftmost slot is a red. Repeat till he's gained 2 flowers, gain 1 charge for every flower he doesn't gain. There we go. Doesn't do another one because he decided to go on the outside. Then delivering, he can now deliver 2, 4, doesn't have a bot charge or 3 flowers to do this thing. So that's that. Refill the display. What off? Oh, cards, yeah. Thank you. Every orange space showing. So he's done his stuff. He's delivered. 4 translates to 2 points. And that's it, isn't it? So starting with me, I go there and I can have 2 soil. I want to clear stuff off into flower pots as well, don't I? So do you want to put a soil out? Kinda. Do you know what? I'm going to gain a soil and put a soil out because it can go in one of these slots here. What do we kind of want? I took a blue, didn't I? He can go. Can he not go on the outside? He can't go underneath. He can go on the top, so he'll get something from the top and 3 white. Oh, I aren't doing his bonus either. His bonus is... oh, he can't spend a charge, so he can't clear that display. Right. Oh, yeah, I'm putting that out there, and what colour do I want to gain? White. Maybe I'll get to use that before it cycles around. So, I've really filled up this area, so it's going to take a million steps. Just need to do some deliveries then. I also want to fill up these flower pots. So pop a red in there. And I need you out the way. And I also need you 2 out the way. I suppose... No, if I was to put the soil there... If I was to put the soil... This soil there now... No, I can't plant two things. Hi, Rach.
Hello.
We're at the end of round 3.
Visible.
There you go. There you are. That's not a space. Oh, on the outside, yeah. Yeah, so I can plant one thing. I would like to have planted 2, but need more soil for that. Yeah, I don't think there's a way of doing it currently. So, that's me going there. He is putting his yellow here. He gets a point and 2 charges. And then these are clearing off. She goes away before the hello. Shouldn't take into account the delays. She might pop back. So you would now give 2 charges. You would give our charge. And get a forest or flip a forest. Get 2 flowers. Oh, I didn't do arbor. I've only just done that, though. Next time, we could get a forest or flip a forest. So, as well as refreshing these, for the 4th round, you slide these up because they are also an extra endgame scoring thing for what you end up with in the last round. So, not just the bonus. And so that's the crafting phase. Then we have the forest phase, and I think I'm taking this because I've made a nice big gap for it. So when you place it, die +1 in points is going to be 5. It'll give me a bit more income as well. Yeah, sadly, can't do more than that. Still desperately trying to think of a way of do a couple more things. No. If you had, you would need 3 soil, I think, to do anything with the little bits you've left poking out. Right then. So that's the forest phase. Then we have the income phase. So income is die. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arbor level is another 4. And we've got 1 on that forest and 2 green energy, which is 1, and that's another point. 2, and it's another battery on here for when my die goes up again. That's all of my income. Bot's income is number on his die, which is 2. He's just reached this, and he has got 2 charges, so he will up that number for the future to 3. And his arbor level, which gets him another 3. Okay, feeling good. He is, as a reminder, this is level 1. This is difficulty 1 of 4 of the bots. So that's income done, and he gets this. We get our tools back. Can you remember the steps of refreshing without looking at the player aid? It's a big ask. I think that's it. Is that it? Oh no, you haven't done the cards. Can't not move the round counter along. We're in the 4th and final round. And every soil's worth a point. Oh, spend a soil, so you've got to have like soil in your storage area. Up to 8. Every card's worth a point. To a max of 8. Well, I would get the max from that. I need to get hold of that then, don't I? Bot's going first though. So he would like to have, which one's that? Have an empty dock. He hasn't got that. Can he sell flowers? He doesn't have 3 different flowers. Can he remove a barricade? Yes. So he wants to go here. He wants to use his blue, and he wants to go on top. No problem. So remove a barricade is remove a barricade. And then he is also going for gain 2 flowers. So look at his lowest container. He gets a white and he gets a blue. Okay. That's his 2 things. Deliveries. He delivers a white. He delivers a blue. And then he can spend 3 white for a red, which is going to give him 3, 6, 8, which counts as 4 points. And that's good there. It's all of his bits, isn't it? Now I've got to decide things. So we would like arbor level. So what endgame thing would you like? Bot charges I'm kind of good at. Having a load of soil I don't think I'm going to be good at. And this would get you 2 more bot charges. Like an extra forest or just an extra forest flip would be nice. Every standby token's worth a point. I've been using them I haven't really taken a load of extra things, have I, to be building that up. So that's not so good on scoring. Extra flowers and every 2 flowers could be worth a point. I'm kind of spending flowers already for points. Maybe the blue is the good one to take, but we'll see how the actions go for us. Because I can get an extra forest or flip a forest from that top arbor level. So I want things down, preferably in pipe spaces. I would like flowers to be delivered to places. So what's wanted? We've got a lot of red. I know there's a lot of need for red right now. I mean, if you did a delivery first, and you just delivered to 1 of each, that would be 2 points and 5 movement before he gets in there and does it. And just don't use your overtime. Because you don't really need... Well, yellow is important for delivering, but not so much yet. What could you also do? A card, which could get me a personal delivery, and then we could deliver to it. Oh yeah, thank you. Flip your overtime marker. That could do you the arbor thing. And flip a tile. If you did your double straight away. Said you weren't going to do this. Definitely deliver first. So let's clear them out of the spaces. So I'm going to deliver just a red there and a red there for 2 points because they're now full, and 5 green. So 1 puts a marker there. 2, 3. I could compost this. But I think I want it for deliveries, don't I? No, compost it for a point. And another battery there. 4, 5. Yeah. And then I've had the points. You go there. You go there. You slide up. And that's my delivering. Do you want to do this as an extra action? Yeah, I want the arbor level up in. And I'll have to go somewhere else for it, yeah. 2 charges. I can activate a card. I think I want to spend that last charge to get another personal delivery. See, what have I got right now? I have got an orange, and then he wants a yellow, and I've got a blue kicking about. I think I like that. I've got red. I've got the colours that one wants. In some form or another. So that's that. And I don't think I spent a charge off it, so I'll do that. Then I can do my arbor level because I've got 4 things in pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide you up there. I can get a forest or flip a forest. It's going to have to be flip, isn't it? So the big one is worth 4 points, isn't it? But it's already worth 1 and a charge. This is worth a charge. I don't know if the charge could get you points potentially, but I don't know at that point if that really matters. Do the biggest one. Cost me a point. Oh, the flipping, because the income thing. Because that is just gaining 2, but that's still gaining 3, isn't it? We'll do that. Maybe we'll get a chance to flip some more. So maybe I have just used the green though, so hanging on to it's not likely, is it? Right, do that. Because of things. Oh yeah, I upped the arbor level from that. Then personal deliveries. I was going to grab them from the compost then. We can deliver a yellow to you and an orange to you for 3. 1, 2, 3. And activate a thing. So I will then activate you to get me a bot charge and a red flower, please. You place the container. Which container? Oh yeah, thank you. When you put one in the second space. I remember all that now. Just pop it in a soil for now. You probably need it. Then, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Bot wants to remove a barricade. Probably can. Can he use his yellow? I think so. Can he go underneath? Yes, he can. So, gets rid of a barricade. It's now fulfilled this finally, if he ever does it. So that's just remove a barricade. This is get the topmost purple and 3 purples. What does he do? What does he do when he finishes his deliveries? Do they clear off, or do they just stay filled for him to clear off with his bonus action? Yep, they get discarded and put back in the general supply, just like mine. So he hasn't even got these. So deliver into a container for him is just a blue. So he'll discard 3 of these for a blue, which gets him 2 charges, which is a point. But now he's got no containers. So then, every colour he hasn't got, he gets a flower. So he hasn't got almost all of them. So yellow, orange, red, white and blue. Okay. That's all of that. I think that's all of his turn done. So we need to get some stuff down if you want another forest. The only forests left are either your little personal... It would be nice to do both, wouldn't it? Your little personal ones are the 3x3s. The big staircase would be great here, but he took it ages ago, didn't he? Not necessarily in the best shapes for this. We don't need particular colours on the flower pots. I want bot charge, but we could just activate that again at the end of the turn. So we're going to be able to deliver the 2 yellows. If you did yellow again, though, you can deliver loads of yellow. Like 2 yellows and a blue, or 2 yellows and a white. Like if I was to get a yellow flower bed. And then that's a good chunk of spaces, isn't it? For the... We could get 3 green charges as well. Fill this up with something else. Pop soil there. 1, 2, 3. Put a charge on that. We'll be able to do it this turn, though. So, yeah, put something down then. Just getting a yellow for now. But then you're going to have to get another flower bed next time. And how are you going to clear them all off? You can make a delivery next time. I don't know if I can plant something that big. Like, you could put something in a better position, like 1, 2, 3. That just doesn't happen yet. If you got something smaller... I suppose it makes no difference, does it? That's covering as many spaces as the yellow was about to. Just trying to think, for the 3x3 grid, if you got a worse reward, I suppose... You're still missing 3 spaces. You're going to have to work out soil somewhere. You can't go in this section because you haven't done the thing. Stick with what you were doing. Stop confusing yourself. I mean, we could just pop it in a pipe as well. And just forget the forest. But no, don't forget the forest. There's like one further down, and you can use this as part of the grid, can't you? But you're still missing 3 spaces of it wherever you put it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Stick with your gut. Get a load of yellow flowers. And then maybe we could compost something else that comes along. We want flowers at the end for stuff, don't we? In flower pots and that. So you've done an action. Deliver. And we want these to start clearing off. Yellow, yellow for another 1 and a point. 2. And that puts a charge back on that. And then activate. So I've got the charges to do that next time. I will activate this. Give me a bot charge and a red flower. You can go there. Oh, that is kind of where I want stuff though. You can go there and maybe I'll compost you. Maybe I'll put you in a flower pot. We'll see. Bot's final action. He wants to try and sell here. He has got 3 different colours of flower, so he's going to go for it. So can he place his red? Yes. Can he place it to the left? No. To the right? Yes. Oh, no, because there's already a red there. Underneath? Yes. So, starting from where his marker is, he can sell there, there, and then can't do a blue. Can he do a white? No. Can he do a yellow? Yes. So that's going to be 7, 8. So that's 4 more points. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gone past a multiple of 10. He hasn't got any bot charges though, so he gains 1. He can't up his dice. Then he's going to get the blue shape and 3 blue flowers. And then delivering, he's left himself with no containers. Okay then. The final action. Maybe you are going to want every 2 flowers like sold for points. I mean, we could get some more soil. The way you've left it, you're going to need loads of soil. Why have you done that? You need 4 spaces filling in there to get a big 3x3. I think you've been too enamored by those 3 free charges. And that shouldn't have a charge, and that shouldn't have a charge yet. And you should place this somewhere else. Stick with your decision to take a probably not very wise thing. But at least if you place it like this, there's 1, 2, 3 slots filled in, gets you a 3x3 if you got 2 more soil. And you could flip a forest. And then we get to do the upper die and get another endgame scoring, which could be that. Because if you get another... You can't get a purple because that's been blocked off. Oh, there's a T in the red. So if you got like a red T, I don't think we've got the means to clear... We could have composted a red instead of getting a red. That's an idea, yeah. Compost a red instead of gaining 1. Because then you'd get a point. And 3 compost makes a soil. Yeah, when you just activated that at the end of that turn. So how many flower pots have we got? 1, 2, 3. We're going to be getting rid of a red and a blue. If you got reds. We'll have a bot charge for a 4th. I'm just thinking, because then something's in the pipe and we get these 3 green charges. So I think I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to get this. Is number of flowers left? No, you have to sell the flowers for points. Bot charges is going to be better. Trust me. So get them red flowers for your action. Then deliveries. Deliver a red. Deliver a blue. That's 4 charge. Oh, 3 from covering that space. 1, 2, 3. We just did it a bit later than originally. Then delivering them is another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which doesn't out yet. Then activate something. We'll activate this for 2 bot charges, which ups the die to 5, which gives me 4 bot charges. And that'll take me to the max, so I'll get the max points from that, and we'll get to flip some, which doesn't really matter. But we get a card. Points for cards. Because, yeah, I've got 8 of them. He's already had his turns, so he is going to go there, and he gets a point. I am going to go here, and I get 2 bot charges. So at this point now, when you're at the max, you can either you don't get anything else, you're just stuck at the top there, or you can lose everything and get 4 points. Now, obviously, a point for every bot charge. I'm going to stick at 5. Oh yeah, pipes, thank you. So there wasn't anything on them, so you could be a yeller. I think red's the only specific colour I want in a flower pot for something, so I don't mind what colour you guys are. But let's get them filled. Oh, maybe I wanted to use a flower pot and then I won't have wasted a charge. Because I want this 3x3 space empty, don't I? I know, I don't think I can do it. Oh, on me. Oh no, there's this flower pot. There's one. And then, yeah, you put that in a flower pot with a bot charge, which means you didn't gain 1 too many. Yes. And then we've got soil. Yes, it's all worked out. Okay. So now having extra flowers probably would have been worth it. No, we're going to sell flowers though, aren't we, for that? Yeah. So what's going on? You just did all of that and got that, and you forgot the pipes. And you've put that in there, which means you get to flip something, which I don't think you've done yet. And you got 2 bot charges. I think that's as far as we got. You got 2 bot charges, yeah. Don't need to do any of that then. Forest phase. He goes first, but he doesn't do stuff in the forest phase. So if I do the trick of popping a soil in, I can install this, which ups your die. Ooh. Would I get 4 points and then I get the other 3 charges? In which case that's better, isn't it? Because I've upped the die again. And then you get die plus 1 points. Yeah. Then that's the forest phase done. I could also do a little one, but I would need some more soil. Then it's income again, isn't it? So pips is 6. Didn't get to flip anything else, but they're still pretty decent, I think. Income is a green space, which doesn't matter. And he gets a point in the crafting phase. I think I gave him 1. I'd give him 1 if I didn't. I think he's been done. And where are we? Any more income? That. 7 from that. And then he gets income from his die, his arbor level. He's reached a multiple, but he hasn't got 2 bot points. So he's on 50 as well. And then end of game. Does he get anything extra at the end? Oh, he gets the side 2 of all of his forests, which is another 11. And is that it? Because I'm going to get some endgame score in here. Again, he's on difficulty level 1. I should hopefully do all right against that. So forest tiles that are flipped over are worth their points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flower pots. Some flower pots give you endgame scoring. If there's a flower in them, return them after you've scored to the general supply. So 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. There. Then extension workshops. 3 oxygen points for every standby marker you left on these. Used them all. Return them. Then Oxyfarms, score each card individually. Oxyfarms are the endgame scoring cards. So if they're required to convert components, return the components to the general supply. You can score them in the order of your choice. So things in pipes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a mic in my way. Purple forests, I got 2 of them. So that's 4 points. Cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Max is 8. Different flowers. I don't think I really took this into account. But I've got red, orange, white, yellow. So that's 4. And then you can sell 3 flowers. Because these flower pots aren't worth points, so I don't have to get rid of them. So if I've got 6 flowers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can be sold for 2 points per set of 3, so that's another 4 points. I think that's all of my Oxy cards. Leftover scoring. You can also choose... Oh yeah, you've got leftover stuff here is worth points. Leftover bot charges are worth a point each. I've got 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. I've nearly lapped him. So he's got 61. I have got 108. But yeah, that's level 1. But I think it should give you a good idea of the game in general. So, like, not to admire my arbitrary, because it is about to be destroyed. What's on the other side of mine? So I've got the level 3 one here on the other side. So his requirements are different. So he only needed 2 bot points up to get up here, 4 flower beds to get up here. His points are different. Like, he'll get increased points for delivering things. This is always true. Whenever he reaches the peak of his bot charges, he gets a point for every one that he should have past this. At a certain difficulty, when he takes forest tiles, he keeps them at level 1 and gets the income in the income phase. And yeah, I think that's what changes in the different difficulties. Just like these point values are changed. The requirements for these are changed. But like the cards and stuff would happen in the same order. But yeah, there you go. That is Planta Nubo, which is available, like, I don't know if you can still get it from the publisher. I would assume so, but you can get it in the UK. You can find people selling it secondhand because it's only come out in Germany so far, or in German, but it's language independent stuff. You can see all of the components out here. There's English rules online and player aids and stuff to help you out. And it's just recently, I think this week, you can check the forums on Board Game Geek that Devere is going to be publishing it in the States as well. So presumably it's going to be a lot easier to get English copies. I don't know if it's going to be the usual, like when Devere print their own games, Thames and Cosmos print them in England. So I don't know if that's going to be like the same if they're reprinting someone else's game. Who knows though. But yeah, the level 1's a bit of a walk in the park. Level 3 is a good test. I'm not ready for a good test. I'm ready for a walk in the park. But yeah, it's I don't know. It wasn't that bad to learn. Like from the kind of warnings and stuff I'd seen beforehand, when we actually went through, like, there's some bits could have been clearer and the player aid helped with, and there's some like strangely worded things, but yeah, there's maybe it's because like I and Rach, we like read so many rule books from like prototypes or just Google Docs and stuff. They're like, yeah, there's been much bigger struggles than learning Planta Nubo. It was fairly smooth, but yeah, I presume in the Devere version then it will get like a full on English one. Yeah, there's some things that are very unclear, and we were saying after we'd played our 2-player game that with every game, no matter how clear you think your iconography stuff is, I would like a list of what all of your cards mean. Even if, like, I know, like, that's going to be a factor of, hey, we've got to get the graphic designer to do this stuff. We've got to, like, print out an extra booklet or add pages to the rules booklet. I know that's all costs. All I'm asking for is you just upload on Board Game Geek, you just make a forum post, whatever, of just a list of in text what all of the cards do, because I know that you've got it laid out in icons, but just so I'm sure, like for all of these cards, they do it for all of the arbor level tiles, and there is like, as I say, there's reference to here's what all of the icons mean. You can work it out, but sometimes you kind of like, when does this quite, like, when would this happen? Oh, is it flowers here or here? Yeah, I'm sure that you can work it out from the stuff, but it would just be nice to have a list of everything always in games, no matter how obvious the publisher thinks the things are, just in case. Like, and I'm saying, yeah, just a plain text thing. You don't have to go, like, you don't need to get it printed. You don't even need graphic design if, like, it's gonna add costs. Just a thing online that we can check out and go on Board Game Geek or your website or whatever to go and have a look at. And so that for everyone. But hey, just from putting a lovely big glossary of symbols on the back of the rulebook, it could have just been, it's still just plain text or a picture on a lot of rulebooks still, isn't it? But hey, there's Planta Nubo. You can see some lovely, not space farming, sky farming. And they're coming out with another new game that I'm hoping to check out this Essen. I don't know, I might be going this year. I still haven't decided, but I'm having inklings for the first time for many years. And it's kind of things like Planta Nubo that I could have been playing this in October, but I got to go to Germany on my own. Hey, I will be back live next week now, but there is still stuff coming up this week. We've got Act 2 of Slay the Spire later in the week that will be coming up. We have got Scenario 2 of Agamonia coming up, and if you are on Patreon, which, hey, I would recommend, it's great on there, but you also get to see things earlier, vote on games, you get to join the Discord and stuff, but on Patreon, there will be Cartographer's Map Pack 3 is going to be on there, and Scenario 3, hopefully, of Agamonia. We've got to do some re-recording of audio stuff. It's a right pain. Hopefully it's going to be ready in time for Sunday, but there's a lot happening this week. It's kind of why I'm unusually live Monday night when, yeah, it's not ideal coming from work and doing a big stream. But hey, it's I wanted to do something this week. I'd like to go back again. Like, it's just kind of arranging the travel and like staying, because I've decided late as well I'd have to stay away, and it's the logistics of I wouldn't go like I used to as well. Like 2019 had gotten to silly levels of bringing games back and getting them shipped and stuff, which I don't even know the logistics of that anymore. I know they've still got like the packing and sending booth, but how does that work with Brexit and stuff? Do you get charged like extra stuff as that's coming through or something? Are they treating me like a shop? I don't know how any of that stuff works out. But yeah, it's just getting about and lugging stuff around on my own was always a pain. But yeah, I've got problems with my arm at the moment, annoyingly. They've been going on for months and months now, when it was supposed to go away after like a few weeks. Still happening. Yeah, I've thought about my brother, who's not that fussed about board games. Just getting him about, it's like, you're going to be bored as anything, but hey, you can see the sights of Essen and travel to Germany. Maybe something will happen. I'll have to decide soon anyway. But yeah, we'll find out about that, won't we? Because there's already, like, I'm in talks for games pre-Essen, like games that are coming out at Essen that I'm going to be covering beforehand. It's going to be pretty cool already with the few things I've been talking about coming here. Like, they always do a few things on, like, there's kind of like 2 solid weeks of pretty much a stream every day of new games. Hopefully going to be spacing that out a bit more, and maybe they're not going to be full playthroughs. Maybe there'll be overviews of some things, and we'll do a playthrough after Essen, because it's crazy learning a new game a day and then doing a full playthrough of it. But yeah, oh yeah, all second-hand goods. So I assume like maybe the boxes wouldn't even get checked, and it's okay to just send that stuff through. I don't know. Like I say, it was a lovely pre-Brexit world. We knew it was coming, but we were hoping that it just wouldn't happen back in 2019 when I last went. But yeah, I'm getting the feel for it. I've been, yeah, it's things like that. It's kind of like, there's always been like I've always done like the anticipated list and stuff, and the stuff I'm excited for, but it's kind of like, well, it'll come here. And maybe that's the thing with last year, that things like Planta Nubo have not made it over here. And I feel like maybe it's because like it's harder for shops, and like game stores are shut in as well, like Meeple's Corner and stuff. It's heartbreaking to see them go. But shops that were always so good before I could ever go to Essen, shops that were so good at stocking all of those hot Essen-y things, it seems like that's harder now for people to do, and maybe that's a Brexit thing as well. But yeah, there's so much stuff this year, like maybe that I'm extra excited about, like everything that you know, Black Forest, Civolution. Like now we've played Civolution as well. It's so good. I really want to get my hands on that and play it. That would be one that I'd love to be covering early, but I don't know. We'll hear about it. But yeah, I'm keen. I've made some inquiries. It's possible, but I've not committed to anything yet. But we'll find out. So thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for all of your help. Well, don't worry about the low difficulty level. The high score, it looks like I've lost at the moment, doesn't it? The high score is all down to our effort. And yeah, I will see you live next week, but I will see you in pre-recorded form several more times later this week, as you will see. And yeah, bye everyone. Bye, 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 bye.